What's up, everybody? It's your boy j.smithfit, and today we're going to go over 6 stretches that could potentially help out your lower back pain, all right? I'm not a physical therapist, so obviously get everything checked out by your doctor, your physical therapist, what have you. But these are just some things that may be able to help with your lower back pain that I've experienced, all right?
Laying on your back, cross one leg over the other. Put one hand between your legs, lifting up that leg. Put both hands underneath the leg that was on the ground. Pull that leg back towards the chest like so. You should feel a stretch in your glute of the foot that's crossed over.
All right, so we're gonna bring one of our legs in front, okay? Other leg in back. Really, ideally, you want this leg to be out here, okay? But we'll probably start somewhere around here for beginners. This back leg, you want the knee on the ground, toe pointed away from us, all right? So you should be feeling a stretch on this side of our glute, okay? If we're not feeling that just yet, we can do a couple of things. So we can crawl our upper body out, right here like so. You should feel a little bit more of a stretch. If that doesn't work, come up a little bit, push that hip to the right side, or to the side that you're stretching, and keep the upper body, try and keep it as square as possible, and push it to this side, okay? Should feel a little bit more of a stretch. All right, so this is the IT band stretch. A lot of people don't even know how to stretch this. This is the muscle that runs down the outside of your leg, okay? So what we wanna do is put our hand that's closest to the wall on the wall, all right? We wanna keep the foot that's furthest away from the wall straight. Cross this leg that's closest to the wall over, and then we want to keep our body in a straight line. We don't want to bend forward, we don't want to bend back too much. Keep it straight up and down, and push this hip away from the wall as much as you can. You should feel a stretch on the outside of that hip, and sometimes even all the way down that leg, all right? That's the IT band stretch. But if you do want to get the glute from this area, and those other 2 stretches are too hard for you to perform, what you can do is you can put your upper body forward a little bit and still stick that out. You should feel the outside of the glute getting a good stretch, okay? Just like that. All right, so this is the hip flexor stretch. We don't want to just stretch out the glutes, the back side, and not stretch out the front, okay? We want that whole midsection to be nice and loose, all right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this knee down. This is the hip flexor that we're gonna be stretching. Put this foot out in front. We're gonna try and go forward with our body while keeping our chest up, okay? You should feel a stretch down the front of the hip flexor right here, right? Just like that. If you want an even more intense stretch, you can twist your upper body as well and try and push those hips down to the ground, okay? Just like that. All right, now we're gonna do kind of an overlooked stretch. You know, this stretch is kind of cliche, I guess you could say, but we're gonna stretch our hamstrings. We're gonna stretch all the way down the back because we don't know what it is that's making that lower back tight. You know, it could be anything from the back, the lower back, to the glutes, to the hamstrings, to the calf. All right, so we're gonna bring this foot in here, okay? Keep this leg as straight as possible. We're just gonna grab this leg and try and pull down while keeping this knee as straight as possible. Keep it locked out. Don't let it come up. If it comes up a little bit, that's fine. Just try and push it down, you know, and go back to your stretch. All right, so last but not least, what we want to do is our calf muscle. A lot of people overlook these, okay? But like we said earlier, the calf could be tightening and going all the way up the hamstring, all the way up the glute, and causing some tension in our lower back. So we want to leave no stone unturned, all right? Just for a cautionary reason. So what we're gonna do here is the calf that we want to stretch, put that foot on the ground, try and keep that heel on the ground. Okay, wrap the other foot around that Achilles tendon, all right? And just try and hold this, try and press that heel down as much as possible. If you need a more intense stretch, try and walk out a little bit, but keeping that heel on the ground, all right? Just like that.
All right, so these are 6 stretches that can potentially alleviate your lower back pain. Once again, check with your doctor and your physician. Make sure that you're healthy enough to do all these stretches, or they want you doing all these stretches. And as always, remember there's power in persistence.